Hey, family, welcome back to another episode of the Saturday Sit Down, hosted by Miss Levy and myself, Miss Aaron Bull, your two favorites. Thank you for being here. Happy Saturday. I hope all is well with you, Miss Levy. How you doing? Ah.
I'm good. I'm slightly.
Oh, what's it ready? I know that's Goldie. I know that's
Oh my
Goldie.
god! Leave me alone. Oh my god. Okay.
Yes, come on. Let him make his second debut.
Come on. Come on. Go ahead. Proceed.
So, hello. There we go. There we go. Hi, Goldie. Welcome to the Saturday Sit Down. Thank you for being here. Miss Levy, how are you, honey?
I'm good. What'd you say? What you always say? That old Negro
Oh, I'm
spiritual?
yet holding on.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm holding on by a thread, but I'm here.
All right. Well, thank you for being here. And I normally wait to the end of the episode, but baby, I got to shout out them frames, honey. You are killing it every week. Like, I'm about to go get an eye exam just so I can play catch up. I'm about to keep up with the loveys.
You
Yeah.
so stupid. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead, stun them. And those are
Mm-hmm.
the cat eye frames, is that correct?
Yes, with the sides.
He's a child.
My God, with the sides. See.
I like them.
Thank you.
All right.
Who is that on your shirt? Kim Possible?
Girl, okay, so this is Simonette. This is one of Mister's characters from Speedy and Friends. So this is one of the friends. So he had
Oh,
this shirt made for me.
hey, friend.
Hello, Courtney. Welcome. Thank you for catching one of our Saturday sit downs for the first time in 6 months. Shade intended. Shade intended.
Oh,
Yes.
if
I'm
this.
on one today, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Lovey, I know you had a long day, but baby, I got some rest today. I slept in. I had a good breakfast, had a good dinner. Listened to some music because somebody in my neighborhood got married. I don't know who, don't even know where. But that DJ was so good. I wanted to walk up the street and tip him. Like, yes, I was on my front porch wobbling, doing the Cupid
You was
shuffle.
wobbling.
Can you mind your business? Can you mind your business?
Just saying. You ain't ashamed of the dance floor when it comes to a wobble.
Right. You ain't never lied. That's the one thing. Like V hate when we go someplace and he ready to go, and it never fails. Like soon as we're ready to go, they play the wobble, and he like, oh, I'm going to smoke a cigarette. Okay, I'll be right here.
You so black.
So black, so black. But all right. Well, you know, I already know what we're talking about. We're gonna talk about the debates and 45 of this COVID-19 that's supposedly a hoax. Where you want to begin? Because they all go together. It all goes together.
I just really hope that Biden has not been affected.
So he has been tested positive. Negative, sorry. He had two negative
girl, I was about to
tests.
say when
He
it
had
happened in
two.
12
Girl,
hours.
no. So
Don't
sorry.
be putting that on my future president. Don't you do that.
No. I apologize. He has had two negative tests, so they basically considering him negative. Him and his wife.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah, because it's been, they said like either 2 to 3 days or 3 to 4 days is when you're out of the clear. Is that it? I can't remember.
But yeah, I'm sure they're going to continue to test for, a few more days just to make sure. But generally, as long as you get two negative tests within a time span, they consider you to be negative. So he's tested negative. His wife, Mike Pence, and his wife have all tested negative. But for this to be a hoax and such a Democratic plague and whatnot, it sure was a host of Republicans catching it from
Like
this
bam,
outdoor
bam, bam,
rally.
bam, bam.
Girl, and I'm
Because
glad you
they were
mentioned it.
sitting shoulder to shoulder.
With no mask.
It was
With
probably like one or two in the audience, but the guards, they were wearing their masks.
well, hold on, let me see what I got. Cause I made a note of all the people. Okay, so here we go. That have
Yeah.
come out as positive since Hope Hicks. So you have the president, his wife, Hope Hicks, Bill Stephen or something like that, who is Trump's campaign manager, Republican National Committee chairwoman, Ronna McDaniel, which is like Rona, but whatever, how ironic. Senator Mike Lee, Republican out of Utah. Senator Tom Tillis, Republican out of North Carolina. Senator Ron Johnson, Republican out of Wisconsin. Chris Christie, his
Oh, he
debate.
positive?
Yes,
He came out positive?
yes. His debate coach. I'm not fooling with you. I'm not fooling with you. Continuing. Three White House reporters, one White House staffer, Kellyanne Conway, and then the Reverend John Jenkins, president of Notre Dame University, who was there when 45 introduced Judge Amy Coney Barrett as a Supreme Court nominee. Yes.
I'm hollering.
Yes, literally, you are hollering.
Chris, that's what I'm sorry. That's what you get. I guess I'm going to see you tomorrow on This Week.
Girl, I ain't fooling with you. And also, while we're speaking of Chris Christie, so he was 45's debate coach, and the advice he gave him was that people who overcome stuttering have a harder time maintaining their train of thought when interrupted. Keep interrupting him and he'll stumble when he tries to speak. This will enforce the senile narrative.
This is what kills me.
Hi, content.
You are
the
right behind him.
Mm-hmm.
You just as old as he is.
Girl, and that thing is huge. I wish I had my presentation. Look at how big he is. Let's see if I can you see without the glare?
Yeah. I mean, girl, she already knew you was talking about. I mean,
I know, but
I got you. Yeah,
he is high risk.
Hey, Miss Content. Yeah, he, as Charlemagne the God would say, he's all button good.
Yes. Ooh, child. Ooh.
And
then, I mean, but just the irony of the whole situation. So you gonna get your behind up here in the debates and act a whole fool and talk about two key things from the debate. Number one, you made fun of Joe Biden for wearing this big, huge mask, which his mask is the same size as anybody else that wears a mask. But okay. You made fun of him for wearing it everywhere, and he turns out negative, and you turn out positive. Oh, okay. And then you want to check it out. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Well, don't worry, dumbass. We won't be using smart with you going forward, for sure. Child, like,
I'm just what kills me is his supporters. Like, we love you.
Well, then why you didn't tell him to put on a mask?
Right.
Why you didn't tell him to social distance?
Because they crazy. They are crazy. That man don't care about you.
At all. At all. And how much of a hoax is it now? You know, I mean, so let me put on this little disclaimer. Since he is the president of the United States, I do wish him and his wife a speedy and full recovery because he is the president of the United States. I don't want him to be any further. However, should anything happen to him right now, 1 month before the election, baby, I mean, that's a national security issue all the way around. And this man really walking around like he's still just a reality TV star versus being the president of the United States, one of the strongest countries in the world. Where if we have a leader that goes down, that makes the entire country vulnerable. You got people sitting back waiting and fingers crossed, hoping for that to happen. And I don't just mean fellow Americans that are rooting for that. Some of them are, but that's the least of the concern right now, sir. You need to get up there and see, this lets you know this man ain't carried himself like no president since day one, ever, ever. Like you, even it, I don't get it. I don't get it because, like, for one, we know how vain he is.
Mhm.
How you not gonna protect yourself? How you not? You really just gonna run out here like Rona can't run up on you?
Because he knows
Hello.
everything. He knows everything. That's the problem. That is a problem. We have a know-it-all in chief.
Okay, and then something else that came out of the debate. He mentioned that he hasn't had any problems with the coronavirus in his rallies. Never mind the fact that Herman Cain died as a result of it. But okay.
We don't care about that.
And then he want to talk about, oh, it was primarily outside. Well, now what, fool? You caught it from being outside.
Right. You don't care jack doo-doo about Herman Cain. He was just another color man, a Negro nigga.
Right.
That's it. He don't care. He barely spoke his name. Please, whatever.
Right.
Over.
He spoke it that day and not since.
Not since.
I mean, and it's just been a domino effect. You've been sitting up here touting this thing like it's the China virus and that it's only affecting blue states and blue cities and blue people and whatever. Sir, you are red in real life and a Republican, and it has got you. And you ain't humbled down yet. You just, oh, we're gonna beat this and blah blah. And then this the other thing. Oh my God. So if he gets this, survives, what you think we gonna have to deal with when he healed? Oh, I got it. It wasn't really that bad, So open wide up, like common sense would have made the average person say, "Ooh, it's real. I was wrong. Shut it down. Shut it down. Mask mandates. Get in the PPE. Bring in this. Hide the kids. Save the kids, or whatever." This fool, he don't care. Like,
he's gonna have that syndrome that I just knew that Tupac was gonna have had he survived. I promise you, because when it was announced that he got shot, I was like, okay, he gonna come out of this. Yeah, this is the second time that y'all just shot me up, and I still survived. But that's the type of attitude that he's gonna have if he comes out on top. Well, not if. We won't wish that on him. But
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
But when he does come around, that's the attitude he's gonna have, and he's just like, and he's gonna probably make it like, yeah, I came out like he did it himself.
Yeah,
like he didn't have like a whole entire hospital helping him out, trying to get him, and then helping him get back on his feet, and then the medication, the drugs that the FDA is pushing through. It's still a trial drug, but still they're pushing it through to try to help him out. So it's gonna be a ish show.
yeah.
When it happens, and he don't even want this, like you said, he's so vain. He doesn't even want to relinquish his power for the time that he's down.
Oh no, girl, he's supposed to be working from the hospital because Walter Reed is set up like a suite for him to work from there. But
I saw Scandal.
But I mean, this is like, child, because when I was watching the news on Thursday, and they said that the president is awaiting his test results. I said he got it. He got it because he got that Abbott test right there.
He got it, or he got it.
I know. I just said he got it. Because like I do have mixed emotions about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, you got it. But at the same time, like, okay, you the president. I'm gonna need you to pull through. You can get out of out, or at least just fight through till November 3rd. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sorry. So sorry. I work. I'm Father, forgive
Oh,
me.
you did. That's your
But
excuse.
no, I was trying. I'm saying I'm working on being a big girl in this role
Ugh.
because I'm child. Like he deserves it. He deserves it. But at the same time, I honestly, don't want him to die. But
Well, no, we don't want him to.
you know,
We want to at least see him go out in handcuffs.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Get that suit that match your skin color. Your child.
Like he is really pressed up against the side of my chair. Like I am not going anywhere. You know how a cat in the cartoons when they be trying to peel the cat off the
Mm-hmm.
furniture? Yeah, that's him. Okay. So yeah. I don't know. I just really hope Biden does not have it. I mean, you know that he'd be okay and everyone else just, but they just so dang on stupid. And it wasn't just like a person here, a person there. Oh no. It was little fires in different places that turned into a California wildfire.
Exactly.
And then one of the commentators on CNN was like, um, the everyone around in the White House are now wearing oh
That
god, I can't remember what he said, but basically everybody is wearing masks where before they were not.
right. And then okay, and then 45 going to when he was going to get on the airplane or the helicopter to go to Walter Reed, whatever it was. Then he had on a mask. Like fool. you
See,
like
I didn't see all of that. So you saw him walk into the helicopter?
yeah.
Did he look sick?
No. And then he put out the little 18-second I'm okay video, which that like all of that is making me believe like it's really worse than what they're saying. And then the doctor that's supposed to be his physician is one of those holistic medicine
I don't trust
type people.
none of
I
the
don't,
physicians under here. I don't even, me honestly, personally, I don't believe he has it. It's just my opinion. I think this is a hoax as a ploy for him to get out of the debates because he screwed up this week and now he's trying to save face and they told him to go underground for a little bit. Just silence yourself. Oh, hey, because hey, don't say anything. Let this boil over. Let's just wait for the next debate.
So I mean, I was like, is this real? But the one thing about it is this forces him out of his own comfort zone. He can't really tweet like that. He can't do no conferences, no rallies disguised as something else. You know, they were at the announcement meeting in the Rose Garden, hugging and speaking to each other with no mask anywhere. Exactly. I mean, and you still have people getting together with no masks.
Mm, like it's nobody's business. Like, okay. I know if I saw someone speaking today and I saw little droplets come out of their mouth, I know them mofos was just everywhere.
Right. I mean, and I don't know. I don't know how to put it, but I love me. I love me some me. I don't want to offend nobody, whatever, but I'm put on my mask whenever I'm getting close to somebody that didn't come out my house. Period.
You throwing shade?
I mean,
y'all, let me tell you about what happened to me today.
Okay? Yes, tell.
So one of my friends, she had a baby, and the baby is 6 months. So she had, as Aaron it says, it's a mess. she had a what I call it,
A half year.
half year birthday party, right?
Y'all know she ain't got no melanin. You know that's some unmelanated
No,
stuff.
but her boyfriend is black, and you can't tell. Yeah, if you her name, I'm not gonna say her name, but it rhymes with Michelle. Okay, anytime you have a shell somewhere, there's some melanin influence in there, okay? But her family is white, but they sweetest people. But you would never be able to leave. Like if you saw her family, you'd be like, "Oh, shoot, them some Trump supporters." Totally the opposite, completely the opposite. But we were at the park, so that was why I was comfortable with going because we were out in the open. But they was like communing all together, and I'm just like, "Ooh, no, I'm gonna stay up over here." So I was talking to everybody from afar, but I was making it seem like I was sitting in the sun, which I was. I was chasing the sun because it kept moving, like it was trying to break up with me. Don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. So her mom came over and was talking to me. And it wasn't like a full 6 feet between us, maybe like 3 or 4, right? So I kind of made myself go back a little bit because, again, I was chasing the sun. But as she was talking, I saw little droplets. And I was like, "Ooh, no, 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 no. Let me scoot back a little bit." She was like, "Are you okay? Because you keep moving." "Yeah, I'm chasing the sun." Mm-mm. Right. But then everybody wanted to come together to take a picture. And I was just like, oh my God, these white folks really think that they can't catch it out here. Like, it's one thing to be out in the open, but it's another when you coming together, squeeze together, and then you got babies because it was their whole family has babies. So I'm just like, oh my God. So Aaron asked if I had worn my mask while I took the picture, and I said no. I just held my breath. I was like, let me just get this over with, and then I'm just going my little cubby corner over here.
You a good one. You a good one. Cause I don't do close proximity at all.
I don't either. I usually don't either, but I was just like,
I mean, I would have taken my mask off for the picture. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to do it like that, but I would have had it on. It would have been right in my hand. So click, cheese. Okay, thank you. Like,
yeah. Well, like I said, I was away from everyone. Like, I was pretty much to myself, and even me and Lilia were, even though I know how she operates on a day-to-day basis, we were still distanced from each other. So, hey, look, I ain't got time to be sick, but
I know that's right, girl.
I'm just like,
No.
but it was a park in Dunwoody, and there was a lot of less melanin people out there, and very few wore masks. Very few. And I'm like, okay. Again, I understand we are out in the open, but still, you got to cross paths with people.
Girl, and I'm so bad. I get out and forget my mask, and somebody walk towards me. Oh, my mask! Like,
And that happens to me whenever I go to the grocery store. I be like, oh, let me go ahead and get my mask.
Child, no, I'm not playing. But on a side note, family, well, we got a few people in here. We got 6 people in here today. Okay, then. So now, do y'all know any black people that have half year birthday parties for their kids? Cause I told her that's not a black thing. She thought it
I
was.
said it sounded like a colored people thing.
I said that sounds very unmelanated.
I never.
Anybody? Yeah, exactly. I don't heard. No, I haven't heard of any black people having half year birthday parties. Okay, so Gemini Life is saying no. See?
It's just one person.
Okay, well, that's all that's it. And hey, that one person co-signed with me, so I'm right. They're on my side. It's an unmelanated issue.
Anywho.
Okay, so let's get into the debate. Well, the real debate, not this debate. Did you watch it? No.
I did. You saw my tweets.
Oh, okay. But yeah, sometimes you'll start watching something and fall asleep or catch it at the end or whatever. So you did see the whole thing?
Oh, dang, you throwing shade again?
statements of fact are not shade, ma'am. You are a hit dog hollering. Had you not acknowledged that that was an applicable statement, we could have moved right along. So, nevertheless, with the debates, see, that sounds like a Caucasian event. There's 2 votes for me. Thanks. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for sticking with the right side. But nevertheless, okay, so the debates. Honey, poor Chris Wallace, first of all.
Hell, is he tested? They test him?
Girl,
Chris Wallace.
Old enough to be tested. Period. Oh. She said, I'm intoxicated, so don't listen to me. But I'm right. Yes, I don't care that you're intoxicated.
That's the alcohol. That's the alcohol. Your judgment is skewed. Okay.
Drunk man tell no lies. So there's that. But Chris Wallace in that debate, like, I don't know what he could have done differently. I mean, he could have positioned some of the questions differently, but the fact that it was just an open answer question, like, I'm gonna ask you a question, but you can say whatever you want to say. That was like, first of all, you shouldn't have stated that. You should have said, "Oh, if you don't answer relative to the question I asked, we're gonna move on to the next person. You forfeit your time or something." Or you should have had Maxine Waters in there, get Auntie in there to reclaim her time, baby. Cause something. Oh, child. Call was it Barnum and Bailey? Something. That was a circus. That was a poo-poo show. Like,
can I say that? Can I say it?
Poo-poo?
They said it on CNN.
But I mean, it was a complete.
It was
horrible. I don't even know. That was your prep strategy? That's what you come up with after prepping for the debate?
He doesn't know nothing about prepping for anything.
He does
not know anything about that. Please.
Because he just knows anything about it. He knows everything about everything and nothing at all.
Right. He's off
then you get up there and talk about your son do crack. Like, okay, first
I was pissed. I was like, yo, kids are off limits.
All the way.
You should have no reason to be speaking about this man and his children and the guy being addicted. Are you serious?
Exactly.
Are you serious right now? We ain't gonna talk about how your son cheated on his wife and now they divorced and now please.
Okay, and we're not going to talk about his son that looked like if all he do is crack, he's making progress. We're not going to talk about that. That thing be on there just as red as his dad, is sweating and eyes bulging. Like, bruh, you on alcohol,
Junior,
and everything. Girl, I don't know them by name. You know the one that look like coked up all the time.
I just can't. He and his girlfriend are just so woo.
They are extra, honey. They are super fire and brimstone, honey. That matter of fact, it was his girlfriend that was yelling at the RNC. She was the first person I muted. I caught that thing in whiffs and like unmute. Oh, mute. No, ma'am, I'm not fooling with you. I'm not. Oh no, honey. She looked like she was doing a seance or trying to call up the devil or something.
She is the devil. Because they did an interview on The View one day. This is probably like maybe last year or maybe a couple of years ago. Oh my God. Joy wanted to smack the mess out of him. Oh my God. Between the both of them, that was the worst interview ever. I was like, who booked them? You should have known that this is what's going to happen. You booked them on the show.
Like father, like son. Like father, like son. Honey, but and then 45 just would not shut up. He just kept saying random, irrelevant things.
Who? Wait. Who thought that they were... Eric Jr. thought that he was LGBT?
Ooh, wait a minute. Hold on. We're gonna have to let me copy this. Hold on, content. You got to come on in here. I just put the link up there. You know what to do. Come on, come on, come on, content. Come on in here. Come on in here. But I don't even know how anybody could spend the debates like 45 to anything positive for himself. Because one, he made like Joe Biden could have just stood up there and sang his ABCs and earned votes. He could have just sat there and sung his ABCs and earned votes. You know, that man did very well to not lose his cool. Yeah, he told the man to shut up and he called him a clown. And I was hollering. You hear me? Like, anybody know what this clown is saying? I'm just like, Joe. Thank you, Joe, but don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, I appreciate what I really did appreciate was him looking straight into the camera.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
He was the only one that spoke to the American people and truly tried to push agendas, policies, things in that. 45 was sitting up there like he is not the incumbent. He was sitting there like he was trying to unseat Joe Biden from the presidency.
Right.
Like, so do you realize that you are the president of this country right now?
Right now.
Talking about,
but it's not
what
safe.
The Democrats want to do. Right.
It won't be safe.
It's not safe now. And you sure can't sit up here and talk about you safe. I mean, it's safe. You got COVID-19. And you're supposed to have access to, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be one of the most protected people actually on the planet, really. But definitely in the country.
Okay, Miss Content. So what if you drunk? Go, come on here.
Come on. Say your 2 cents and then I kick you off if you go too far. But we need to know what you're talking about. Hey, I like that boot from the studio option. I be pulling people on here just to boot them off because it's fun.
I can't.
But what was your take on the debate though? Like, it
was a poop show. I was like, this makes no sense. I mean, I don't agree with most pundits and commentators saying that Biden didn't have a good night. I think he did. I mean,
I think he had no choice.
Yeah. I mean, because he was just he handled himself really well because he was bullied.
He was definitely bullied.
Mm-hmm.
He was definitely bullied. And you know, it is common knowledge that he has a stuttering problem or, you know, still working to overcome that. And we have seen him have those stumbles and gaffes in conversation. But he did really well.
He did really well.
Those, because I was afraid. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, there were times where he was stumbling. I was like, not now.
Okay.
Not now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So kudos to him. I don't see how anybody could say that Joe Biden had a bad night. I was slightly disappointed with him kind of, here we go. I was slightly disappointed with him, you know, calling him a clown and telling him to shut up. But it was understandable, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we all was saying to shut up.
Yes.
That was me.
All right, let's see what content. Come on in here, content.
Hey, ladies.
How you doing?
Hey, Ned the Wino.
Yeah, well, it's Saturday, Erin. It's Saturday.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Well,
come on with the tea. So, explain what you were saying about the son mistaking himself as LGBT.
Well, you know, one of the sons that I cannot remember his name off the top of my head was doing an interview. I don't know if it was MSNBC or Fox, where he said that
it had to be
Fox. He would never go on MSNBC.
He said that that the LGBT community strongly supports his father, and me being a member of the LGBT community, that would be a lie. And then he said that we support him, and he had to come out and make a statement that he was not a member of the LGBT community. Y'all didn't see that a couple days ago?
What?
You didn't see that?
Get out!
Yes. He said the LGBT community are huge advocates of my father's presidency. And he said, and we support him. And he had to come out and make a statement. I'm not a member of the LGBT community. That's how unintelligent the Trump family is. I can't believe y'all missed that.
No, I absolutely did miss it. But thank you for elaborating and giving us that little bit. Thank you.
You're
We
more than
appreciate that. We
welcome.
gonna
You're
rock
Wait,
more
this
than
out,
did,
boy.
welcome.
so this just happened?
It happened like it had to be a couple of days ago. It had to be
Yeah,
like at least
because it say
2 days
4 days
ago.
ago. Okay, so it was Eric.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was the one that is really his father really doesn't even acknowledge. He's the least of the three
Yes, so it was
that
Mhm.
Eric.
he right.
Yes.
He's the least of the three that he acknowledges, and he was speaking on to a reporter talking about how the LGBT community supported same way his father does, saying that the black community supports him, which is a lie. I was listening to a black content creator today talking about how the rap community and how Jesse Jackson and all of them were huge advocates of Donald Trump prior to his presidency. He was a different person prior to his presidency. I don't
Mhm.
think it's a fair comparison to look at how the black community viewed Donald Trump pre being a president, because being a president is when he openly came out as a white supremacist. His
Mhm.
one and only speech, and I'll get off after this, his one and only speech that he made in the White House, if you think back to that, he made sure to have his father's photograph on his desk behind him. And I
I
found
remember
that
that.
quite questionable. You don't put your wife, you don't put your 7 children, you don't put your mother, you put your father's picture behind you. And at that time, we were still questioning if his father was a member of the Klan because he had taken pictures that we thought potentially were Klan pictures. And he had his father's picture behind him. I genuinely believe that he is a member of the white supremacist group. And that's why he told those young men to stand down and stand by during the debate, because he
Mhm.
does want to um, activate his people to let them know that it is time to do, like Aaron said the last time you all spoke, another Black Wall Street and another Seneca Village.
Mhm. Mhm.
He is getting his people together to prepare for the destruction of our community. He is that's I believe genuinely that's what he's after.
I believe that too. I definitely believe that, and I fear for when he's out of office.
I fear him leaving office, y'all, because he's been very open about the transfer of power. I ju-
Mhm.
I don't know if y'all noticed it, but Putin about 6 months ago, didn't he make a statement about asking his whatever they are, his Congress or whatever they are, to allow him an unlimited term or to allow him an additional term? Putin
He's
did that. If it was six, I want to say 6. Aaron, I know I'm not making this up. Didn't Putin ask for an unlimited term or an additional term?
Yeah, in his own
Yes.
country. Yes, yes.
And
That's
Putin and Donald are friends. It's
oh
very
yes.
obvious they're friends. So
Mhm.
I would not be surprised if Donald would refuse to do a peaceful transfer of power, and I would not be the least bit surprised if he wins a second term if he were to try to propose a indefinite term for president or a third term. I would not be the least bit surprised because this Congress has supported him in everything else that he's done.
Mhm.
Yep,
Mhm.
those hypocrites.
Oh,
Oh
child.
my God. Like Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, Ted Cruz. Didn't y'all say that even if it was a Republican president, you would not advocate for the replacement of a Supreme Court justice if they
Right.
were in the year of an election? And Amy Cohen Barrett said on MSNBC that it was not fair to replace a Supreme Court justice with the opposite of what they were in an election year. So you cannot replace a moderate or a liberal with a conservative justice during an election year. Amy Cohen Barrett said, I have a recording saved on my phone.
Mhm.
You're hypocrites. You're absolute hypocrites.
What country we moving to, y'all?
I don't know.
I'm going to Wakanda. They got vibranium. Hey.
Because this don't make no sense. If this man wins another term, which I fear that people are going to give him a sympathy vote because of this, we going back to hell in that handbasket that we was in, floating down the river like Moses as a baby.
Okay.
I don't even know what to say.
If he doesn't win another term, I fear that he will dispute the outcome of the election. If he wins, it's a fair election. If he loses, then the ballots were illegal. And if he doesn't win, he's not going to do a fair transfer of power.
Absolutely. Whew. People, register to vote.
Yes.
And vote. Don't just register.
Vote. Right. Get out. I said that I was going to make a conscious decision of whenever I'm out. So like at the grocery store, I usually tell people, if we're chatting and I'm like, okay, well, have a good day. And I'll be like, be safe. I'm going to be like, be safe and please vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And last point, y'all heard the governor of Texas is reducing the number of locations.
I did. For the ballot boxes.
They get one per county, one ballot drop box per county.
Yeah.
Can you imagine for Fulton County, one box?
Exactly.
Well, they were closing y'all polls down. They were closing them down because of what, lack of poll workers or something. The last election,
lack of poll workers, lack of working equipment. Apparently, they had some new ballot systems, or the booths were new. So a lot of people were not properly trained on them. They were missing power. It was some BS. It was some BS. Bottom line, it was some BS. It was some definite voter suppression. But we gonna push through it because I'm already prepared, I'm saying, to do whatever we got to do to make sure we get our vote counted.
I'm going early.
Yes.
Just in case something do happen. Oh, okay. I got time to go make this up again. Okay, yeah. Let me go ahead and
vote.org, y'all. People that are in the chat, go to vote.org. If you are at a poll and it's supposed to be open and it's not, or the hours that are posted, they're not meeting those hours of operation, go to vote.org, because Keisha Lance Bottoms did do something with the polls last time to make them open back up and extend their hours to allow her people to vote. So go to vote.org if you're at a poll and it's supposed to be open and it's not, or the hours that's posted it's supposed to be open and it's not. Go to vote.org, because there could be some type of options for you there. Vote.org.
And even if you are registered, still go check it.
Yes.
Go check it. I check on mine every week. Let me make sure it's still in here.
Okay.
Thank you, ladies, for letting me come on. Y'all have such intelligent conversation. I love listening to y'all. I'm listening in the chat.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for
appreciate you. We appreciate you.
I'm in the chat. Thank you so much.
You ain't that drunk either.
Yeah, you played it off well.
When I'm intoxicated, I really try to overcompensate.
Okay, well then you need to come on my podcast, because you can let loose
Uncle
over
Eric.
There. All right, ladies. Talk to y'all later.
All right, thank you. All right, let me give a shout out real quick. Hey, Eric McNair, that's my uncle. Thank you for watching and catching me live. I haven't seen you in years, but here I am. Look, I'm grown. I'm a big girl.
Hey, uncle.
But Miss Cruiser, Courtney, we already gave you a shout out, but I know you hate for me to shout out everybody else. I'm gonna shout you out twice. Courtney Jones, my cousin. Thank you. Miss Bonnie. All right, we all caught up on our shout outs. Thank y'all. But yes. Oh, also speaking of 45 and his stand back and stand by. I don't know. Okay, this is the only thing that blows me when people, not just him, but anybody tries to rile up the white supremacist base as if they are the only ones that can exercise the Second Amendment, or the only ones that can protect themselves or engage in the same kind of activity. Now, granted, if we do it, it's probably going to come with some police presence. It's probably going to be some arrests. However, we can do that. You know what I mean? We have our own militias. We have our own rights to bear arms,
Yep.
own rights to conceal carry licenses.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they can try and stop us and shut us down, but baby, black people are buying guns and ammo as well. And that's not what we want. I'm gonna be clear. That's not what we in that's not gonna be good for the country.
Mm-hmm.
That is not going to be good for the country. Nobody wants to go back to a civil war. Because this is 2020. It's not like we're gonna have a civil war or create a new country. This is not the North and the South seceding from each other and this, that, the third. This is a horse of a different color. We're everywhere. We don't have that ability as a country to truly just separate East and West or North and South. And ideally, the average American, no matter how racist you are, we still want peace.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what serves the country best. So trying to rile people up, when you put your militia, your battalion, your team on notice, you're putting the enemy, the supposed enemy, on notice as well.
Yep.
You can't get on a public forum and tell your people to activate and think ours are going to lay back.
That part. Where's the Black Panthers?
Well, that's a good question.
This is when they need to be out in droves.
Girl, some of them are dead and some of them still facing
Yeah.
prison terms and
Yeah.
exile.
Yeah,
So
but where they
there's
babies? Where they kids? They old as us.
Right. That's true. That's true.
Just saying.
But talking about the transfer of power and just the way that, like, all of this is just, it is unnerving. It is definitely unnerving. I don't think that the country has ever been in this position before. Every election counts, but I've never seen one of this magnitude, it is still a potential that even if 45 wins again, then what? Then what is the fate of the country? Or if he loses and then you have these people, because again, if you base it off of his polls and everything, there's 30%, 40% of the country.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good matchup. That's still 60% who do not support your ideals. And you're getting bigger than politics. You're moving away from politics now. It's not even about fairness, laws, constitutions, nothing. It's literally about ideology.
But wasn't it? I honestly can't remember, but I know that I definitely wasn't as tuned in then as I am now. But I'm sure it was bad when Obama hit office.
And I would guess that it was, but I still don't think that it was that much of a transition, or it didn't get away from politics. You did have people that were racist and, that was strictly not voting for him off the muscle of him being black. But I didn't lose friends. And maybe I'm looking at it differently because my candidate won. You know what I'm saying? But even like now at this point, even if Joe Biden wins, I can't be friends or associate with 45 supporters.
Oh,
I can't. But when Obama won, who did he run against? I can't remember.
Well, the first time, who was it?
Right.
Oh no, it was McCain the first time.
Mm-hmm.
The second time it was Romney.
Okay. And either way, those supporters were mainly against the politics.
Yeah, because it was a civilized race.
Right.
There was still a level of respect.
Right.
Across both parties. But now, it's like, I don't care about you. I don't care. And I'm sorry, I don't get into the whole philosophy of, I'm a Trump supporter. Oh, I said his I'm
Yeah.
a 45 supporter, but I'm not racist. Yes, you are.
Yeah, you are. You
Yes, you are.
absolutely are.
Because if you can sit by and watch all of this unfold and you not say nothing or you not condemn it or you not try to make this place a better place, yes, you are. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
You are, period.
Exactly. And so my uncle says Hitler took over Germany and was less than 30%. And I think I said this to you last week is that the issue with these people are that they are in the wrong positions. Wrong for us. For example, the Mitch McConnells, the Lindsey Grahams, and those, the likes of those. That's why we have to not only vote for a president, but vote all the way down the ticket.
Yep.
Vote them all out. Because they're cancerous. So you can't just remove part of the cancer and leave some of it there and think it won't continue to spread.
Yep. Yep. So people, do your research.
And I'm gonna be honest, like this is probably only the second election that I have ever really known who was down ballot. I get it. Because like before they only mildly mattered, and at best you might know who was running for sheriff and what else. That's it. Like certainly nobody between the sheriff's office and the White House. Like anybody in between, he was like, oh, I don't know. I think I saw his commercial. I'm gonna vote for him.
Right.
But we had to sit down and do some investigations. Know who your local electors are, who your elected officials are in your area, what they stand for, and bare minimum, we know what the Republican Party has shown itself to be. So bare minimum, if you don't know any better, vote against them.
Yeah. Miss Cruiser, she says, with McCain, it wasn't as civilized. They kept calling Obama a terrorist. His supporters were, but McCain didn't. He shut that down quickly, especially when he was speaking with that one lady. Mm-hmm. But you would never have that type of interaction coming from 45 with one of his supporters. No. You would never get that. Like, come on, just decency. That's it's now a lost art.
Definitely.
We can't be decent and fair with one another. Just look, I don't have to like you, okay? But I'm gonna respect you as a human being, okay? Period. I'm just not gonna disrespect you because I don't like you. I mean, look, I have options. And one of them is not to deal with you. Mm-hmm. Period. But America seems to not understand that. They can't comprehend that because they've been drinking the orange Kool-Aid for the last 5 years now, because we're going to say while he was on the campaign. And it's just ridiculous. Like, put yourself in the person's shoes of whom he's degrading and berating and belittling. How would you feel if that was your family? Because that's usually my first question whenever someone has something negative to say about someone. Mm-hmm. Well, like especially with the whole Black Lives Matter, when they have a difference of opinion on the subject. And my first question is, well, how would you feel if that was your family?
Exactly.
They can't really render me an answer.
And it's like, and I'm on board with you. It's no longer like the traditional decorum and stuff that used to take place. Like it used to be about the politics, the legislation, the laws, those principles. Mm-hmm. And now it's about like personalities and whatnot. I mean, I've just like, it's horrible.
And they turned it into a reality show.
Oh, exactly. Exactly. Like the country is a reality show right now. Mm-hmm. I can't tell, if we're on The Weakest Link, The Biggest Loser, or Punk'd. Like I don't know what reality show, The Masked Singer. It could be any of them. Like I don't know what we are right now.
Scooby-Doo.
The Real Housewives of America or something like the squabbles, the everything like.
Wait a minute, Miss Content coming through with the little stuff with the news. Wait a minute, so he was on Fox talking about he was running out of money.
Hold on, so you didn't see that?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna
You know,
reenact it
during
for
the week
you.
is busy for me. I
So
don't get it.
this was about two weeks ago.
Oh,
So
okay.
Lindsey Graham is facing I want to say his name is Jamie Harrison. I think he's a black man running against him.
Uh-huh.
And he literally got on there. He's killing me. He's raising more money than me. And people like
No.
I promise you, on my daddy. On my daddy. On my
Ugh.
dad. I forgot because I have
Mm,
to figure out what y'all can see on the camera. He was like, there were no tears. There were no tears. But everything else was literally crying. That's not an exaggeration to say that he was on Fox crying about the possibility of losing his race. And he didn't even come with any policies. He literally came out of fear of losing the race to this man.
to a black man.
Yes.
Not just to a man, but to a black man.
Yes. That's it. It didn't even have anything to do. Yeah, it's Jamie Harrison. Thank you, Miss Cruiser. But it didn't have anything to do with the difference in policies or that, Lindsey Graham is a good politician, a good person, or anything like that. Like, nope. It was literally that I want to win and I'm afraid I'm going to lose.
I gotta go catch up on that.
Yes.
Okay. Well, come on, Jamie Harrison.
Yes.
Come on now. And he what? South Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, SC. Let's get it. This election is gonna look like, what was the first election during the civil rights era where they were really pushing and fighting to vote? That's what this election is gonna look like. Okay, we gonna come out in droves. Okay,
Right.
It's about to be a blackout.
I mean, and you got people setting up food trucks for polling sites. Like we are getting prepared. Okay, like you're not about to have any excuse.
Should I make some cakes?
Girl, yes. And make sure I get a piece. Sorry, you mess up every time you talk about cakes. I'm always gonna include myself in cakes.
Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should take myself off of work that day and go down there. If there's long lines, should I do it election day or early voting?
Anytime. Whatever motivation we can come up with to help people get out and vote, that's what we got to do. We got to rock the vote like never before.
Okay. You gonna come help me wrap up cakes?
Yeah, I'll help you with that.
Oh, okay. Y'all
You thought I
heard
was
it
gonna
here.
say no. You thought I was gonna say no.
I just needed to be on record.
Oh, okay. Just like I'm on record as getting another cake.
Who said that?
Yeah, I play it back for you.
I was probably under the influence. Me and Miss Content, we was drinking the same thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that we're talking about voting. I do want to share this real quick. All right. It's going to look a little funny till I get it shared. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So this is what happened in 2016. So 45 won Wisconsin by 23,000 votes. In just the city of Milwaukee, 93,000 black people didn't vote. In Florida, he won by 113,000 votes. In the city of Miami, 379,000 black people did not vote. These are eligible voters, and they did not vote. Trump won Michigan by 11,000 votes. In the city of Detroit, 277,000 black people did not vote. In Pennsylvania, he won by 44,000. In the city of Philadelphia, 238,000 black people did not vote. In my home state, 45 won Georgia by 211,000 votes. In Atlanta, 530,000 black people didn't vote.
Mm-hmm.
So when they say that your vote doesn't matter, your non-vote absolutely matters.
It does.
Absolutely makes a difference.
It
So don't let
does.
nobody try and snowball you and talk about, oh, my votes don't matter, your vote don't matter. It's still no, no,
It
no.
does. But there was a lot of undecided people last term. A lot of people on the fence, or they just didn't like either candidate. But there's still some stragglers going in even to this day. But I don't know why you're still straddling the fence or you just undecided. It should be crystal clear, even
Exactly.
if it's just on decorum alone.
Exactly. Exactly. Because for me, if it were the other way around, and let's say that this president was a Democratic president, acting the way that 45 is. So let's just go. If 45 was a Democratic president and doing all of this stuff, I would absolutely vote against my norms and vote for the other person.
Yeah.
I absolutely would.
Mm-hmm. You'd be like, what are you doing? Like, you are an embarrassment. But they don't, I don't know what it is about the Republican Party. They just don't have the scruples. I don't understand it. Like, where are these marbles? What are they just shaking it up in the head? What is going on?
And and it's not even like he appointed these people. Some of them he did. Some of them he did. But they are strictly loyal to him because he's the head of their party.
Yep.
Are you serious? That's the best you can do?
Yep. Of course. Lame.
I mean, no, ma'am, no, sir.
No, ma'am, no, sir. But yeah, it's okay. We're gonna show up. We're gonna do what we gotta do. I am confident God is gonna hear our prayers, and we gonna fix it. Cause He gonna take the wheel, and we gonna be all right. We gonna be all right.
Okay, little Kendrick Lamar, yes. But all right, we got a little fired up this time, but we need to be. We need to be. Thank y'all, everybody that has joined this episode. We have reached the bottom of yet another one. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for hanging in there with us. Thank you so much for your time and your comments. Thank you, Miss Content, for providing us with the tea and the facts. We appreciate you.
Yeah, you're our fact checker.
Exactly. Thank you, Miss Cruiser and friends. I know you brought some friends with you. Thank you, boo. Yeah, so that's pretty much our show. We didn't really get a chance to get into some of the other things we normally talk about. We ran out of time.
What, food?
So come back. Oh, we're gonna talk about food. We don't have to have another conversation about food. Not this time. Not this time. But we're gonna get back to it. But Miss Levy, you got any last parting words before we get up out of here?
Wear your mask
Everywhere.
Yeah. Yes. Wear your mask above your nose, okay? Pass this around.
Yes.
Above your nose. It is supposed to cover your nose. I'm doing this way. Your nose, okay? It ain't supposed to be right here.
You ain't solving nothing like that. Yes.
It's not a chin guard.
Not gonna make your beard grow.
Right. I mean, come on now. And even for those that wear the beards, can y'all tell them to kind of spread it out a little bit? Because what Iva say, she said men who have the big beards wearing the mask look like women from the 70s.
Ooh. Ooh. Right. We gonna leave that there. I'm not. All right.
And on that note.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, wait, one more thing. So Miss Cruiser. So yeah, speaking of also, 45 brought football back. So he says, the Big Ten football. Not to mention that former Panthers quarterback, now Patriots quarterback, Cam Newton has been confirmed positive.
Wait, he played for the Patriots now?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
What? Oh, so he positive?
Yeah. He's on like now they have the COVID-19 reserves or whatever, which is different than injured reserve. So he got to be on there until he's cleared.
Okay.
And I want to say that he's like one of the first NFL players to test positive in the season.
Ooh.
And people talked about me for rooting for the bubble for the NFL, but this didn't happen in the NBA. The NBA came back in the bubble. They now playing the playoffs. They about to have a champion. But all right.
This is the bubble works. Hence Tyler Perry. All right.
But all right, y'all. Y'all know what it is. It's the Saturday Sit Down, same bad time, same bad channel. Every Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we look forward to seeing y'all next week. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.